This September, we enter a rare eclipse portal, a turning point that brings both endings and beginnings. So hold on to your hat. September is about to bring one of the most powerful eclipse portals we've seen in years. We're talking patterns of change, unpredictable twists, and rare cosmic alignments that are set to shake things up. So we've got 2 new moons in Virgo, one opening the portal at 0 degrees, a powerful beginning. This is not an eclipse, but it opens the portal. And the second, a solar eclipse at 29 degrees. Both of these are power degrees, powerful ending with this second one. It's very rare to have 2 new moons in Virgo. And this is an eclipse, a solar eclipse, and it's opposite Neptune and Saturn, marking powerful endings and turning points. Plus, we've also got Pisces total lunar eclipse that's deeply psychic and lucky with blessings flowing from Jupiter. Change is coming and it's going to be big. But before we get stuck into the readings, I have a very exciting announcement. My flagship course, Tarot 101, is now open for enrollment. This is a foundational course where I teach you the exact method I use to read tarot, not just vague intuition, but a practical system of patterns and numbers that gives you clear techniques that anyone can use. It's live now. Early bird offer ends on midnight, the 23rd Eastern Standard Time. So check it out. The link is in the bio. Alrighty, Gemini. So these eclipse energies that just came out easily, didn't it? I didn't even start shuffling and these cards came out for you. These eclipse energies are happening in the Virgo and Pisces area of your chart, if you know your chart, because that's where the nodes are. And that is the energy of the eclipses. So Virgo and Pisces is a sign that will challenge you. Those energies are challenging for you. And if you're a Gemini ascendant, this is happening in your houses of home and career status and contribution that you give to the world. Also could be affecting your family. So if it's squaring you, which is a challenging aspect to these eclipse energies, then sometimes these are missteps, things that you had opportunities in the past and you didn't take them for whatever reason. Your soul's saying, okay, let's jump into it now. It could be that it happens unpredictably, or it could be that the change itself is so dynamic that it has a challenge around it. But we have, as the cards starting the reading, the Knight of Shells, the Knight of Cups, charm and passion, and the Four of Acorns, the Four of Wands, comfort and community. So we do get this sense that there's someone that you love around you. You might consider them as part of your family or your community in some way. I feel like there's a sense of just truly loving and adoring this person. So it feels, even though you might not be in, there's something different around them, like they're just in a different space to you or a different place, or they've just got their own little world that they're in, or they're just in a very different, like, kind of existence in some way. But you two are very beautifully connected here. We can see that they're both leaning into each other, that happy walrus of the Four of Acorns, which is the Four of Wands, and the Knight of Shells, the Knight of Cups. And so I feel like there is a particular person, a relationship close by, where you might be wondering whether this, I sort of get this weird feeling that not so much that you don't trust them, but it's more so that you're just hoping they're doing the right thing for themselves, and going, I hope that they don't fall into a hole again, or I hope they make the right decision here, or I hope they're making the right choices and decisions here in their life. So it almost has this kind of like a guardian energy, or like a little bit of a protective energy, like there's a little bit of love and support for this person, just going, I hope that you're all right, or I hope that you're, really making just this sense of, I hope you're making the right choices for you. So let's see what's shifting and changing for you. Again, those cards, like, they're just coming out so easily. So in a way, just as I said, there's challenges. The cards are like, no, we're coming out really easily. So, I mean, it's a flowy energy as well. Things could happen and it could be like, yeah, I'm ready to kind of go with this flow. We've got Pentacle 9, Saturn, Virgo, and Cup Ace, Water. And again, it's somebody around you that has been in your life for a while now. And perhaps you've been through quite a story with this person, but it's very much like you guys have been through a lot together. It feels like, and you've grown, you've seen the relationship has grown, but there's something new coming in here with the Cup Ace Water, whether there's a new relationship or a new relationship for you or a new relationship for the other person. Or this could even be a new healing direction that is coming in for somebody, or just a new direction in terms of they might be feeling very differently. And it's sort of like it has this sense of I'm worrying about it. I'm worrying about them, or I'm worrying about, is this the right direction for, and how is this going to impact the relationship that you have with this person? So even though there's some good things, and I feel like you've been through a lot and you've got to a place there where you have created some kind of stability, where it feels like, yeah, there's something that works in the relationship. It doesn't have to be everything, but there's a real solid foundation here. But at the same time, there's something new, and it's like, is this going to be like the cat amongst the pigeons? Like, even though it's something good, how is this going to affect our lives? So it's kind of very much like this mutual thing of, if something good happens to you or this other person, it's going to affect both of you, because it's such a solid relationship coming in. And the Justice card crossed by the Five of Swords. So yeah, it would suggest that there is some kind of agreement here. You know, there's always these sort of silent agreements within relationships. And there's an agreement here, but at the same time, perhaps something's about to shift and change with that agreement, and it could cause a little bit of conflict. And it's interesting because we're seeing a lot of stability around you, actually, a lot of wanting to keep something stable. But this is eclipse season we're talking about. So stability is not the word that comes in with eclipses. But we've got the Page of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Okay. So yeah, this is nice energy. And the Four of Cups, I was just questioning, going, okay, what's this sense that the eclipse energy is going to challenge Gemini? And they just answered it there with this Four of Cups, because the rest of the reading's actually pretty nice, I have to say, other than it just feels like this relationship is tentatively trying to reorganize itself as you step into new directions. But the challenge that I was talking about is this card, the Four of Cups, which can symbolize getting out of a comfort zone. You know, you've built some emotional foundations with this person, but it can't remain as it is. It's a sense of knowing it is about to go through a growth period, whether so either one of you, maybe even both of you, are about to go through this growth period, and it's going to really affect you. And and affect the relationship as well. And the Four of Cups is saying that there could be this sense of restlessness, or just a bit of soul searching, and a bit of something's not feeling right, and I feel like I need to be searching for more. So it's a little nudge that pushes you out of a comfort zone here. It's like when you get bored or frustrated or restless or whatever it is, and that's the challenge, is to get out of a comfort zone. There will be rewards for doing that. I can see it's going to make you happy. But it's just getting out of that in the first place appears to be the challenge. We have as a situation the Justice card. So this is about contracts and agreements. So we could see patterns of change and unpredictable events coming in around agreements when it comes to soulmate contracts. Like I said, those hidden agreements when it comes to relationships. These can also be contractual agreements. So that can be any kind of contract. Somebody might get a job offer and they have to move, or there might be something coming up around a lease, or on a flat or an apartment in some way, or there's some kind of contractual offer comes in and it's blocked by the Five of Swords, which means there's conflict around it. It could be that this is part of the challenge as well, that whatever's happening here, there's a shift and change to a contractual agreement that could cause a little bit of conflict. And it may be that you have to transition and move on. This is the Six of Swords, which is the card of moving, quite literally traveling, moving, or moving on. And it's nice. I feel like you do move on quite quickly, which is why I'm kind of getting it's quite a flowy energy. Yeah, you'll have to be flexible and flowing with this. But we move from the 5 to the 6. What's happening deep down is the Six of Swords is saying it's time to move away from something that you're feeling conflicted about, that just wasn't feeling right, or could have even been feeling like there was a bit of drama around, moving to a place of mental clarity and peace and feeling much more harmonious, mentally about something rather than worrying about something or feeling like there's a delicate balance here. So the balance is about to shift and change with this relationship or with what's going on in your world. And that in itself could cause a little bit of conflict. So I definitely feel like there's things like there's opportunities here potentially in terms of work and career, financial opportunities. But there's also a sense of how is that going to affect your home life or your family life or those people around you that you really care for. I feel like that they're going to be some of the big themes that are coming up in this eclipse season for you. We have in your conscious mind the Emperor, which is very much like an energy of wanting to take control. So this is somebody stepping in their power, wanting to take control, wanting to make something a concrete reality here. And I feel like whatever this murky feeling of something isn't feeling right, let that feeling spur you on, because you can take control of a situation here and step into your power, and it feels like you can move this forward in a direction that you're happy with, but there might be power conflicts that come up with this other person as well. We have in the recent past the Ten of Pentacles, which is this card of family and stability. So I feel like it's very much connected to something that's related to family and issues around stability in the past as well. The Ten of Pentacles might be as well that you're thinking about achievement and wealth and all of that sort of stuff. And perhaps there's something here with these beautiful pentacles coming in where you're in a foundational stage here of building wealth and success, or building in some kind of stability into your life. And so it really feels like there's a fabulous opportunity for that to occur, but relationships also have to shift and occur with this. We have in the near future the Knight of Pentacles. So this is a very slow and grounded approach coming in. There might be someone coming in that you really trust, but there is something that you are creating in your world here which is slow moving, requires dedication for it to move forward. But at the same time, it's an opportunity that you can trust that might be better for your longer term future, or it might be connected to this other person as well. So there's something coming in which moves slowly but is having a positive effect. You're turning up as the Hierophant. Okay, so the Hierophant is somebody who's very committed and dedicated, and I feel like all these sort of questions about commitments and dedication are coming in here. The Hierophant is that you're very much working within the belief systems that you've set up for yourself, and that that is something that's actually serving you at this moment in time, interestingly. So you do have some belief systems here that are working for you, and it sets up a really solid foundation. There might be a question of faith that's coming in with this as well. But they're saying there's some solid belief systems around you that you can tap into that can really work for you at this moment in time. Hopes or energy surrounding you, we've got the Four of Pentacles, which is what are you holding on to for fear of letting it go? Again, we've got the two fours, which is saying it's time to get out. You've built some foundations already, but it's time to move from that comfort zone, especially when it comes to how you're feeling about a situation, and especially when it comes to your money situation or your living situation or your health situation. So this is a really good time to be building some solid foundations in terms of where you want to be financially, in terms of where you want to be emotionally, and to also have a look at them and see how that is serving you in your life. And also there's some kind of interesting opportunity coming your way where you can step into something new, embrace something new. And this might feel really exciting for you, Gemini. So let's see, we have this Queen of Swords, the Queen of Air as hopes and fears. The Queen of Air is like wanting to say yes to something and to be really clear about what she's saying yes to. So it feels, it's kind of like how the feeling I get with this Gemini is that you can see how this story is going to play out. And whilst you can see that there are some things, some good things that you and this other person are wanting or that you're wanting for your life, you can also see the effects it's going to have on the relationships around you, but yet it feels like a necessary change. So we have as the outcome this beautiful Page of Wands and the Ten of Cups. So this Page of Wands is saying, I'm ready to go exploring. I'm ready to go exploring something new. I'm ready to go exploring what makes me happy. I'm ready to go exploring. And so this is the challenge, to be the page, to listen to that message and go, what is that in your life where you're ready to release? You've still got the Four of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Cups. There's a sense that you're in these comfort zones or built these foundations, but there's a part of your soul and spirit is saying it's time to go exploring something new that will make you happy. And so you need to listen to that, because that's the challenge that's being presented here, because this is all about you finding the rewards of emotional fulfillment and then learning how to bring the energies or the people along with you that you want to bring along for this journey. So this is a great time to be trying something new, exploring something new, even traveling or traveling somewhere new. That is the energy that comes in with this, but it's listen to that little spark. Maybe you try a new course, maybe you try something creative, maybe you go meet someone or do something new that you're not used to doing. Maybe you're actually embracing the idea that there could be more happiness for you in your life, and something that brings that happiness or someone that brings that happiness, and embracing it in a different way, trying it in a new way. So, and that feels important for you to grow and for your relationships around you to grow. So let's see. Let's pull your affirmation card. This is a really wonderful card in terms of, like, we see the listening to the seashell here, which reminds me of the Piscean energy, which is very highly intuitive, the Piscean energy. So it really is going to, with these eclipses, they're going to be asking you to trust your intuition about where you're wanting to go off exploring next. But it's saying, I let go of all expectations. So the affirmation is, I let go of all expectations. I flow freely and lovingly with life. I love myself. I know that only good awaits me at every turn. And it might be a little bit of a case of just trusting that, knowing what you want to say yes to and trusting that. So let's pull a charm for you, Gemini. So I just need to clarify that this reading is not the September reading. It's just focused simply on the eclipse energies. And there will be another September reading coming out soon where I will be doing the extended reading. So we get double. Okay, so let's look at your charm. We have the hand, the Eye of Horus, the protector. And it's saying that, okay, that Page of Wands might be going, I'm going out into the desert. It feels like something new. It feels like something scary. And with this trusted energy around the Knight of Pentacles and the comfort and community, it's saying you're being protected at this moment in time. If you don't feel that, find that around you, because the guides and angels are protecting you to go and try these new things and move into these new expansions. And they're also showing me that there are people around you. They're going to bring you the right people around you that are protective for you, that you can trust. Or it might be again, bringing back to this original relationship of going, maybe you're feeling quite protective about somebody else, but it's also about letting them go and explore what makes them happy as well. So that is your reading, Gemini. It feels like it's a beautiful sense of opening your heart, listening to that spark, and going on a beautiful journey of expansion and trusting that about what is going to make you happy. And also trusting the journey for other people around you, and that if you're both meant to be together and you're growing and expanding together, then you will be expanding in your own ways and you will still have this contractual agreement together. So it will just enhance the relationship. That's a really strong theme that's coming in with this reading. So that's the reading. Gemini, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget about my beautiful Tarot 101 course. It is live. I have a special early bird offer at this moment. It's a self-paced video course. I teach you the exact method that I use to read tarot. It's perfect for beginners or people who have read and just looking to gain more clarity and confidence with the card meanings and finding the connections in the cards. So very excited about that. Like I said, there's an early bird offer on at the moment that ends on midnight, Saturday the 23rd Eastern Standard Time. And this will be the last time it's available at that price. So get in, and the link is in the description box below. So very excited. Go check that out. And please like, subscribe, leave a comment, Gemini. Love to read your comments, and take care.